It's still being sold in local stores. Tonight, new proof that synthetic marijuana is far more dangerous than many first thought. I-Team investigator Adam Walzer has what you need to know to spot the warning signs.
It's scary because it'll destroy your brain.
It brought the Satan out in me.
It was fun at first, and everybody was doing it.
It's been more than half a decade since synthetic drugs, commonly called by names like K2 and Spice, first arrived in Florida. They were banned under a state law passed 3 years ago, but that has not stopped the supply or demand in the Bay Area.
It's marketed to be attractive. It's marketed to look like it's not dangerous.
Smoke shops, convenience stores, and websites sell the stuff, claiming it's just aromatherapy.
They get it from other kids. They learn from other kids. It's easier to get than alcohol.
It's a problem for police.
Let everybody know we're cracking down on Spice.
For drug counselors.
They could be negatively impacted immediately.
And especially for those who make the bad choice to try the drug.
It kind of just took over, became really addictive.
Frank Paris landed in rehab after synthetic marijuana nearly cost him his life.
You become blank. That was like that. That was a lasting effect.
Paris says it didn't take him long before he had to do it.
As soon as I woke up, and if I didn't do it, within 30 minutes to an hour, I'd be puking my guts up. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night and throw up and have my withdrawal symptoms, I'd get the shakes. And
because of the chemicals involved in this stuff and because it's so dangerous, they're suffering these extreme consequences early.
Daniel von Brommel has worked as a drug counselor for decades. He says users can get hooked almost immediately.
With the alcohol, for a lot of people, it would take 10, 20, 30 years.
Paris ended up in the hospital, coughing up blood and having seizures when he tried to quit.
All these chemicals are building up in your system, all these different kinds of chemicals, they're manufacturing it with, a different chemical every batch they make. I mean, they said that it had built up in my system so much that I couldn't go without it.
The active ingredients in the drugs are constantly changed to avoid bans by the DEA. No matter the ingredients, it is dangerous. Florida's Poison Control Center has received 20,000 calls involving synthetic marijuana since 2010. The prices of these products make them extremely profitable. For example, 1 milliliter of liquid K2 online, about the amount of liquid in this eyedropper, sells for $7, making the price of a gallon of the substance more than $25,000.
I was talking with someone earlier who was smoking, he was smoking up to $800 a week.
Von Brommel says one of his young patients suffered a stroke, another received a pacemaker, a third got put on a waiting list for a heart transplant. Frank Paris watched a friend he used with die.
I guess they just didn't catch it in time. They had stomach ulcers and bled to death and started coughing up blood and didn't stop.
Young guy?
Yeah, young guy, 18.
Von Brommel says you need to pay close attention to the warning signs to make sure the same thing doesn't happen to someone you love.
Your gut instinct will not lie to you, and so parents have to have their eyes open. They have to pay attention to extreme changes in attitude and behavior.
It's always going to be available, and it's always going to be easier to get than, any drug you can buy off the streets.
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walzer, taking action for you.